Sitting on a front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on a front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And welcome to the Front Porch on a Friday edition of the pre-recorded show, which today is really Thursday. My name's Kenny Dean, and welcome to the Front Porch. My old buddy in there, man, Mr. Ryan Fuller, just had us a big old breakfast, and whew, I'm ready to roll for the weekend. Reverend Ben Hayes was supposed to be with us. I know a lot of times, and I told him, I said, if you get tied up, we certainly understand, because being a pastor of a big old church like First Baptist Church over in Dadeville, a lot of meetings, a lot of things going on all the time. So I'm sure he got tied up with that. So, but thank you, Reverend Ben Hayes, for being with us all week. It's been a good week. It's been another quick week. I know we'll get into the weather here in just a little bit, but you know, the thought for the day is this being, Lent just started. Ash Wednesday was just a couple of days ago, and I think about what we give up. What are you gonna give up for Lent? I've thought about that. I enjoy this. I enjoy that. You enjoy different things. What do you want to give up for 40 days? Easter is April the 5th, and I guess, if you really think about it, the man upstairs, he gave up his life for us. Wow, that's a pretty strong statement. He hung on that cross for us. Do you ever really just think about that? When I'm in Mass at St. John's on Saturday afternoons at 4, I look at him hanging on that cross a lot, and I think about what he really went through. We don't really know the pain he really went through. I know we go through different things. There's so many folks that are going through situations in their own families right now, and there's pain there. There's pain that literal pain. There's pain in your heart. But if we really think about that pain that he went through, does it ease our pain? So what are you gonna give up? What are you gonna give up for Lent? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still thinking about it. Oh, and I hope it's something that I really like, that I want to give up, but I really don't know what that is. So during this time of Lent season, talk to your children, talk to your grandchildren about what they're going to give up. They need to learn at this early age what life is all about, because it's going to hit them right between the eyes, quick enough. So talk to them about giving up something. I think it starts at home. Again, that's my thought for the day, and I hope I mentioned something that meant something to you, because the man upstairs, I was thinking about also my personal relationship with him. When I say my prayers in the morning, I really enjoy that. I know different things happen, different people that I was praying for that have passed on. So I'm always adding to my prayer list. But but that's my time. That's my time with him. So just I'm not one that prays in public, but I pray just to him. And so I think it's kind of what it's all about. Our guest today. Let's see who see who our guests are today. It'll be right out here. Let's see here. Melissa Edwards. It's going to be, excuse me. And chew up that last little piece of sausage there, if you don't mind. Melissa Edwards with Russell Medical. Be out here in just a little bit, talk about volunteers. I really love volunteering. Just that little 4-hour period on Wednesday afternoon at Dr. Edwards Advanced Care. I really love doing that. Attorney Jeremy Knowles will be out here with us with Morris Haynes. And then Casey Kaschak's going to be out here with us with Alex City Parks and Rec, and we're going to say goodbye to him. So we'll find out where he's going, but we sure have appreciated him being here. But I think about Casey coming out here, I think about Jeremy coming out here, I think about Melissa coming out here, and all of them are such a huge part of our community. Let's talk about the weather right now. We're starting off a little bit different than it has been, a little bit warmer, 58 degrees right now, 74 for a high today, about a 50% chance of rain. Tonight, it increases to about a 70% chance of rain, low of 61. Now on Saturday, let's see, about a 70% chance of rain that's going to move out, high of 71, but it's going to bring in some cooler temperatures. Sunday, now it's going to be a beautiful day Sunday, but it's going to be 51 for a high, 28 for a low. Monday, another beautiful day, a little bit cooler. Your high is 44, your low is 23. Then on Tuesday, we still got sunshine in the area, 53 and 32. Then it's going to warm up, back to 67. No rain, low of 53. So there's your 5-day forecast brought to you by Alex City Marine, which is located in the Gap. You know, I think about the temperatures keep edging up. They'll go back down, edging up, go back down. But then you say, you know, I'm about ready to get my boat out. I'm about ready to see what Lake Martin is all about again. So make sure that your boat is serviced, compliments of Alex City Marine. Lee Boys Barbecue. The weekend is here. Now you say, I've been talking about going to Rockford, and I'm going. I'm going to eat at Lee Boys Barbecue for lunch today. Then I'm going to go back tomorrow. And then I'm going to go back Sunday because they have a Sunday special at lunchtime on Sunday. Lee Boys Barbecue. If you like really good barbecue and all the fixings, you going to love Lee Boys Barbecue, Rockford, Alabama.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Glory's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleeps for, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South, turning into Wind Creek State Park. And there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch. Russell Medical Total Fitness is ready. Are you? Do you have arthritis? They can help. Pilates are for everyone. Ask them about the Silver Sneakers program.
Get moving in a class now, or if you prefer, personal training on land and water are available. They have invested in new equipment for you. Invest in yourself with a dedicated and knowledgeable staff. Call today, 256-329-7623.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
A1 Lock and Key Service. Owner Bernie Atkinson asked you to keep his number, 256-329-2539, on you at all times. Bernie has a complete locksmith service for auto, business, and residence. He is licensed, bonded, and insured with over 39 years experience. Services include sales, installation, and a 24-hour emergency service. That's what service is all about. 256-329-2539.
And welcome back to the Front Porch on a Friday morning. Braves get started. That's why I got my Braves cap on this morning. They get started tomorrow. Of course, they're just the preseason games. They'll be starting probably up sometimes in March. But I hope they got a team or a good team this year. Hey, Hank Jr. Of course, Hank Williams Sr. I was thinking about have you ever been to the Hank Williams Museum in downtown Montgomery, Alabama? If you're a history buff, if you like music, especially country music, I mean, they got the old blue Cadillac that Mr. Carr drove him when he passed away in it years ago. They got that light blue Cadillac in the museum. And then just really, really lined up with all kind of his stuff. In that short period, that 29 years, that's still a short period of time that he lived, and all the music that he brought to us. But if you ever it's downtown Montgomery, but if you ever get a chance, check that out, and all the history there. Ryan Fuller's out here right now in the studio. He's being real quiet. Go ahead and make a racket if you want to. He's trying to get the lights taken care in here. Hey, huge yard sale going on tomorrow at the Bay Pine Baptist Church, County Road 40, 7 a.m. In the morning time. Had Steve Robinson out here this week, president of the Chamber of Commerce. A lot going on. He ain't tell you everything, but there's a lot going on in our area. One thing I really liked is we have a beautification board, and Dana Lett want to know how you could be a volunteer. Dana, you just never cease to amaze me how you want to give back to your community, and you do a good job, and we appreciate you and others that do that. But the beautification board is going to be huge for our area. All of a sudden, it makes me want to tell Ellen, I said, when she has her good days, you need to get out to that yard and do something pretty, put some azaleas, dig a hole. Chamber After Hours at the Wharf Casual Seafood on Highway 280. That's going to be Tuesday, this coming Tuesday from 5 to 7. I'm going to put that on my things to do. Of course, that was last night. We won't talk about that. And that one I don't know. Oh, right here on Kalijah Country 97.5. Tomorrow, let's see, I think it's tomorrow. The Auburn Tigers will be live right here on Kalijah Country 97.5. Pre-game tomorrow night as they take on the Mississippi State, the Bulldogs. So we'll be facing up against the Tigers tomorrow night right here on Kalijah Country 97.5. Kalijah Idol 18. The eliminations start tonight at Martin's on Lake Martin. Martin's at Lake Martin. And then tomorrow night, too. And then they'll do the same thing next weekend as they start whittling it down to this year's Kalijah Idol is, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Throwaway Day. It starts today. Well, we've already done it all week long in other areas. But today, tomorrow, and then even on Sunday, Throwaway Day at the Ellick City Annex. So get that stuff ready to throw away. So put that right over there, put that right there. Kiwanis pancakes tomorrow over in Dable. All you can eat, $8 a ticket. Pancakes, sausage, coffee, juice, milk. 7 to 11 at the Dable Elementary Cafeteria. I'm gonna put that right here in things to do tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, on Sunday afternoon, Vivian Autry was just out here yesterday. A lot going on, but this is at the Mitchell House, the 7th annual Wedding and Event Expo. Sunday afternoon, 1 to 3 at the Mitchell House. General admission is $10. Vendors, and I'm sure they already set up on all the vendors. This gives you an opportunity, if you're either planning an event for 2026, you're especially a wedding. This will have everybody there that you're gonna need to put that wedding on one location. This is a fundraiser for the Lake Martin Area United Way, so it's a win-win situation. Let's see. I got all kind of little things going on out here. Okay, we'll put that right there. We'll move that along over here. Anastasia started last night. There's a play up in Sylacauga. It will be going on at the Sylacauga High School Auditorium tonight and tomorrow night. And then they'll do the same thing next weekend. Patrick McDonald, best of luck to you and the staff that's putting that on. Of course, Patrick was out here just recently talking about that. The Silvertone, this is March the 7th. This is at the Elks. Good morning, Elks. Girls, did you know that you can be a member of the Elks Lodge? And let me tell you something. There's several ladies that's in the Elks now. They make a big, big difference. You girls, thank you. You go, girls. Y'all get involved and get those guys straightened out. But the Elks Lodge does so much for this community, giving back. Now, this is a members only coming up next month. March the 7th, includes a dinner. The Silvertones Band will be there, $20 single or $35 a couple. This is members only. So take advantage of that if you're a Elks Lodge. BPOE 1878. I know this is Tuesday. The Auburn University has teamed up with the Tallapoosa County Extension agent to put this on. Pesticide Control Operators Training. So again, I'm saying this is going to be for the folks that actually work. This is what your job is. Pesticide safety, managing indoor pest, household animal control, all of that and a few other things. They'll be talking about that at that meeting on Tuesday. Again, a pancake breakfast. This one's free. Not this weekend. Tomorrow's a good deal for $8 a ticket for those Kiwanis, David Kiwanis pancakes. This is next weekend. This is something the American Legion Post 143 in Dable, they give back. All veterans and family members and first responders join us. The 28th, which is next Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. It's free. Again, thank you for doing this. That's the American Legion Post 143. Also, next weekend, it finally rolled around, the Russell Forest Run 2026. 5K, which is 3.1 miles, 10K, 6.2, and it is a tough course. I've never run it, but we've heard Robert Gunn, and I've talked to people that have run it. It's a tough course. It's challenging. You can still register. You can go to russellforestrun.com and get signed up. russellforestrun.com. Thank all the sponsors. Of course, they go have the bank walkers, have a band. They go have grits and cold beer after it. It's gonna be happening next weekend. And of course, they raise money and give back to our school system, which we really appreciate that. Speaking of our school system, Alex City Superintendent Dr. Reyes will be out here with us, I believe it's Tuesday of next week, kind of give us a recap on the new high school that's open. And man, is it a pretty place. I have to get my Martin's pile right here. Line Dancing Tuesday at Martin's. And don't forget about Plug Day, which is March the 1st at Martin's. You have two bands. So it's a Sunday afternoon, Crosswire Band from 2 to 5, Blaine Rudd Band from 3 to 8. And then they go have this, the Great Plug Day Duck Draw. And you can win tickets and have a good time, or you can get a ticket and win some really neat prizes. Prizes include Eric Church tickets, Confederate Railroad tickets, all these things that are coming up at Martin's on Lake Martin. All right, so I'm going to put that right here. Election time, we got to talk about that because, again, if you're running for an office and you're wanting to do some advertising to get folks to vote for you, if you'll get in touch with me here, you can text me, you can email me or call me. It's real easy. I'll be glad to sit down and talk with you because it is a paying thing. When you're running for office, it's like that's your business, real business. It's like people that advertise with us here on the show. When they come out here, it's because they're advertising with us on the show. It's part of their package. So if you're looking to do some advertising, I'd love to sit down and at least give you some rates and let you cipher over it. So that's, of course, the primary is May 19th. The primary runoff is June 16th, and then November the 3rd is general elections. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta put this up here on the top. The Main Street Chili and Gumbo Cook-Off coming to a town near you. That's downtown Alexander City, March the 7th. We'll be right back. $6,800 US 280. You know where it is. I'm talking about the Salvation Army. The weekends here, you've been working hard in your garage. You've been working hard in your kitchen, getting everything all cleaned out so you can take it to the Salvation Army. Now, people, let me tell you something. If you're looking for some really, really good deals on furniture and clothes and glassware and pots and pans, go to the Salvation Army and check it out today.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Sometimes we want to be Old MacDonald and have a farm, but an oink oink here and a quack quack there ends up costing a lot of everywhere. Old MacDonald knew that Pop's 49 feet in seed and Dadeville was the best place to save Here, there, and everywhere. Just a short drive from Alex City and new site. Pop's 49 Feed and Seed is on Highway 49 North in Dadeville. 256-825-8812. That's 256-825-8812.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Uh-oh, a home emergency is looming. But wait, your favorite hero is here to save the day again. The Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air Home Heroes are here with up to 24 months no-interest financing. Need a bigger fix? Pow! You'll find heroic savings on tankless water heaters, whole home water filtration, HVAC replacements, generators, garage door replacements, and more. When your home needs saving, call Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air.
Craving pizza done right? Come to Lake Martin Pizza, where flavor meets the lake, with 2 locations, 63 South in Alexander City and Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Grab a 14 or 18-inch specialty pizza or build your own masterpiece. Go half and half, your way. In a hurry, stop in for our lunch specials. Hot, fresh pizza by the slice, served daily. We've got more than just pizza. Try our fresh salads, cheesy breadsticks, garlic knots, and sweet cinnamon twists. Lake days, game nights, or family dinners, Lake Martin Pizza hits the spot every time.
Oh, Enoch's Hardware, Bait and Tackle, located in downtown Rockford, Alabama. You know, with the rain coming in here, then we got cold coming in here, then it's going to warm back up. You know, sooner or later, you're going to need some stuff to work in the yard. And Christopher Crumley at Enoch's Hardware says, I got the stuff. And so you just go by and see my old buddy Christopher Crumley, Enoch's Hardware, Bait and Tackle, downtown Rockford. This girl here is fired up and ready to go. I'm talking about Melissa Edwards with Russell Medical Auxiliary. Good morning.
Good morning. Glad to be here. I always enjoy it, getting to talk. And I always say you shouldn't brag, but I do brag on the volunteers and our chaplains.
How many you got now?
Well, I'm still holding in the high, mid to high 90s. Mm-hmm. And so I have some, that are coming in that are new because we have started, like, with surgery, the area closed where the surgery waiting is. The person that was in there.
When you go into the main
Yes, and
the
you
left?
would go left.
Yeah, mhm.
Well, now you go right for everything. You stop at Miss Pat,
Right.
of course, but then like our
Registration.
volunteer, yes, sir, registration. And normally you would take them down to surgery waiting, but now we have a volunteer that was in surgery waiting down there, and they take them back to surgery. The
Okay.
nurse calls
Really?
out and just
Wow.
lets them know. Yes.
So that's a new area
well, it's an old.
for a volunteer.
Well, no, they were doing that in surgery waiting already, but now they're moved down here, so they're getting to play a bigger role in it, and they all love it.
Have you opened up any other areas as far as needing volunteers?
Absolutely. Right in front of Dr. Baker's office, they're always going in with the receptionist and so forth. So Haley in there had asked me about a volunteer outside. So I do have one started there. It's Sheila Howard, not the one from Hackneyville. This one is from the Dayville area. And she has started over there one day a week.
In the professional building?
Yes, sir. Right there was a desk.
Yeah, but I saw that desk up there, and I thought that was new.
Right.
Right when you go in the doors.
Yes, so that is where she's at. So if you see her, greet her and so forth, then hopefully we can get some more, because that is a busy place right there. People need directions and office numbers and so forth. So it's been nice, and I think they've enjoyed it as well.
I remember when Dr. Edwards and Advanced Care was in the old office, and people would always come in. Me and Lisa Sims still laugh about it, looking for sweet G15.
Yes.
Because it is stuck back. Dr. McLeod is kind of stuck back over there. So if you walk in and you're not familiar with it,
Well, yes.
she told me, of course, she's retired now.
I
But when
know.
she was at Dr. Edwards a while back, she said somebody came in at Dr. Edwards at Advanced Care looking for sweet G15.
Oh, my goodness.
She looked up and see, she thought I had put them up to it. Come on, Lisa.
That's hilarious.
But it's I think to volunteer, it's just with me, I get so much out of it.
I mean, I know, and it makes my heart happy because they're just all in. And if they can't come, they get upset. And I'm like, well, I understand. I mean, you have vacations, you get sick, and different things, that happens. But they are very committed, and, well, you're committed.
I enjoy it. What I have to be careful with is with HIPAA.
Oh.
Back then I ran into so-and-so. But I guess
I think you're doing pretty good.
I told Ellen Dean night before last after I volunteered, I said, if 10 people come into Dr. Edwards or wherever I am, about 9 out of 10's go ask, how's your wife doing? And a lot of these folks, I don't even know. I should know, and a lot of them I do know. And I told her, I said, people really have kept up with you in your journey with cancer.
Yes, because I always try to make a point, too, to ask about her because, that's a huge thing when you're battling cancer never been on that side of it. But, I mean, it's a lot you go through.
Well, you lost a husband.
I did.
And you know how people treated you then.
Yes.
But I think that's small town USA.
It is, and that's what I always say because a lot of times people are like, well, you like living? I'm like, yes. I said, because if something happened right now, I know that I would have my own little army right beside me. That's not counting your family and friends.
No.
I'm talking about just residents and stuff, stepping up to offer to do. When I had my knee surgery, I cannot tell you, and I'm so thankful and blessed too. I mean, people just are always willing in our little small town to reach out and help you.
Did you go through a physical therapy?
I did.
Was it tough?
That was the first day after, like I had it on Tuesday, went home Wednesday, started therapy on Friday.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's, the protocol. So when I first went in, I thought, that day was okay. But as you kind of get to progressing along and you got to get it back further. But I worked it and they worked with me. So I didn't have to do therapy, but maybe 3.5 or 4 weeks.
Because you're a big time walker. I'm talking about you.
Yes,
you do a fast pace.
Yes, sir.
Are you full pace now?
Yes, I am full pace, but I hadn't got back up to the 4 miles. I do 2.5 right now. I was doing 4. I'd love to get back to that, but if I don't, I'll be happy at 2.5.
Do you walk anywhere other than around the hospital?
I don't.
Really?
Even on the weekends,
Really?
I'll go up there and just walk there because I've got it measured out so I know what I'm walking. So I'll just go up there and do it.
I like to change it up.
I probably should.
One of my new go-tos, and it's real close, is the new high school.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Because you can walk, because from the practice field back there going into the high school, there's a sidewalk that goes all the way back behind the high school.
Oh, okay.
So you can get your time in there.
Oh, okay.
And it's but the thing about walking around here, because on the weekends I'll go downtown Alex City on Sunday and park and walk. Because there's not much traffic.
That's a good idea.
But I like the different. I got to change it up.
I probably should, but I'm a creature of habit.
Yeah. But the cottages back there.
Yes.
I love going back there just to kind of watch them there. I think it's about 8 there that's empty right now.
I think that's right. I need to get a count on that next time because Tammy Jackson, is overseeing those, and then
really
Emily
nice back there.
is more so of managing them, like interacting with them. And in fact, today we have our little book club with them. She and I'll go over, and they let us in on the book, and we read it. And sometimes she and I slack. We don't get finished with the book, but we still attend.
So what do you mean read a book?
We have our little book club over in the cottages,
Really?
and they pick a book.
Really?
All of them yes, and several of them come over, and we have snacks and just.
I'll be darned.
Yes.
At different cottages.
Well, no, we have it at the model cottage right now. Right now it's staying empty, and we hope it gets to stay empty. We like to use it for that.
Which one is that, though?
It says you first go in right there to your right.
Okay.
It has the sign up and all right there in front of it.
Kenny Jr., I'll talk to you later, okay, bud? But all the color schemes that they have.
Yes.
The way what I love watching, if you know what I'm talking about, behind the hospital there, you'll see some cottages back there. The Sterling community.
Yes.
And it's really, really nice. But the color schemes. But I like it when it's just a bare yard, and those guys come in, and in no time, it's a full.
Yes,
I mean,
isn't it amazing
laid the
to
grass,
watch it?
they put out trees and shrubbery, and they
and what makes it even
well
better
landscaped
is after they've done all that, and then our residents move in, and they all put their touches to it. It's just amazing what it looks like then.
And I think they're gonna have like a clubhouse or a place.
Yes,
not a clubhouse.
Oh, what is it called? The
a community thing where they can all get together out there, and that's cool. They're working on that.
Yes,
that
and hopefully, I want to say, and I may be misquoting, in May, hopefully, it'll be ready. A pavilion. They're doing the pavilion. And we hope to maybe have some cookouts and different stuff out there with them. So, but they're all just sweet. I just love them.
And eventually, because I know they're working on the concrete pad or like a sidewalk that will take you into the sportplex.
Yes,
with the ones that have their golf carts, they can go to the sportplex and take
we
advantage
have
of that.
some that bike. They bike.
Wow.
Yes, yes. We've got one little couple. They're big bikers, walkers, and they'll walk from their cottage to Sportsplex.
Okay.
So.
Which is just like I say, it's just
It
right
is.
there. The Sportplex is another good place to walk
It
you've got, and if you want to stay away from going when you're leaving or coming in on El Cache and going out on 22, there's a big time hill there. So if you want to avoid that, just stop at the bottom of it. But you got sidewalks out there, Melissa.
I know, and I probably should because I've noticed, especially when the time changes and it gets dark earlier, that is sometimes back there it's not the safest. Not as far as anybody, just the speed of the cars.
But the hospital, it is well lit up.
Oh, absolutely.
I
yes,
bragged
there's
to Jim about that. They did a heck of a job on lighting up the whole parking lot. I'm talking about from Mill 280 to the hospital itself.
Oh,
So employees that are leaving in the dark, coming in the dark, It's lit up.
Yes. Now, I'm not talking about as far as safety.
Yeah.
Just, the speed of cars. Sometimes they don't always slow down. But, I always feel safe over there walking. I guess that's why on the weekends, too, I just go up there. Because I'll see, like, some of the different employees that'll be out at, like, our laundry room or different parts, So.
Well, a lot of employees walk out there during a break.
Oh, I know.
During lunch.
Yeah. Especially when the weather's nice, you'll see a lot more out walking.
Tell folks how to become a volunteer. What's required of you and that type.
Yes, I'll be glad to. Well, we have you come in, you do an interview with me, you do the paperwork, and we do 3 different background checks, and sometimes they might take a bit. But after we get all that done, we'll have you come in and do your orientation. Then we get you going in different departments, and we would love to have you. You can call me at 256-329-7177, or you can email me at medwards@russellmedcenter.com. And I love to hear from all of you. So if you're out there and you just want to speak to us, stop by. And I always speak to our volunteers because they're doing a huge service for us.
I think about people that have retired. Retirement was not everything they thought it would be.
No, I've heard that.
Have you run into that?
Several of the volunteers.
So to volunteer, is it you can volunteer 4 hours a week? 20 hours a week, 40 hours a week?
You can do every other week, you can do every week, or you can do multiple days. And then if you have 16 hours per month, you can join our gym free. And then on the days you volunteer, you get a free meal from Doc's Cafe.
Good meal.
Yes, absolutely, for up to $10. And we have up that just due to different price changes and so forth. Nothing we can help there. And you just get to see people and meet them and talk to them and, find out how they're feeling and doing. And speaking of, we've got our $5 show that will be coming up April 2nd and 3rd.
The jewelry show.
Yes, the $5 jewelry show. And that, goes to our different things that we sponsor and donate to and so forth. And the community, the hospital, everybody's always a huge support.
And y'all been doing that for
years. That was going way before I came along.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Porch Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama. The weekend is here, and you're looking for a vehicle. You're looking for a truck. I'm just gonna pick on the trucks right now because they keep a good selection of trucks there. Of course, everything's used, but they do a heck of a job. They want to make sure when you purchase that vehicle, that's a good vehicle for you to leave the lot on. Porch Auto Sales, Highway 280, Kellyton.
Looking for reliable medical equipment close to home? Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical in Sylacauga has you covered with oxygen, CPAPs and BPAPs, continuous glucose monitors, wound care, and airway therapy. Need mobility support? We offer braces, lift chairs, and both manual and motorized wheelchairs available for rent or purchase. We'll even show you how to use your equipment, and yes, we accept most insurances. Serving the Sylacauga area for over 20 years, that's Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort Williams. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. Call 256-245-1411 today.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you. And now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dayville, home owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449.
Bucks Island, the nation's premier Skeeter, Falcon, Bass Cat, and Icon dealer. Joins our pros, Scott Canterbury, Wes Logan, and John Cruz in kicking off the 2026 Bassmaster Elite Series season. Watch live on Bassmaster.com and join us February 21st for Fish Fest. Meet pros, learn fishing tips, and get great deals on tackle and boats. Bucks Island, 4500 Highway 77 in Southside, Alabama. Call 1-800-I'm-READY or visit us at bucksisland.com for details.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
And welcome back to the Front Porch on a Friday, going into a kind of a maybe a wet weekend. But you know what? It's going to dry out and it's going to turn off cold again. But this young lady right here is going to warm you up, Mr. Melissa Edwards with the Russell Medical Auxiliary. You know, you have been kind to bring out some of the chaplains out there, which are a huge part of the hospital.
They are, and when you see them come in, and, you know, they have their little badges just like our volunteers do. And it is wonderful. And some have been making rounds out there. And the patients, we get great feedback. Like the nurses will say stuff. And it's always positive because sometimes, and I say this, I think every time I'm on, but sometimes when they go in those patients' rooms and visit, that's the only person they see
that's the sad part.
other than staff.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is to be there that long. And some may be from out of town, but it's a sad situation.
I've seen the same thing with Ellen going to the cancer center. I see men and women going in there by themselves.
Yes.
And a lot of time I'm thinking, you don't have family. That breaks my heart.
Oh, it does me too, because if they didn't have
they drive
family,
themselves there. You know, they go through the treatments. They drive themselves home by themselves. And I don't know, it's heartbreaking. But those chaplains, boy, they mean a lot to the hospital.
Oh, they do, and they've been around for a long time, and I am blessed with the ones I have. They're very committed, and they're always, if I call one up and say, hey, we have a need, if they can't, then they're reaching out to the next one or something, but they do a great job.
You know, one thing about being a volunteer, all of us, I guess, like with me at the Dr. Edwards and the advanced care, you know, all I'm there is just kind of just to talk to people, maybe occasionally help somebody get out of a car, get back in a car, that type thing. You know, I'm very, very careful because most time, whoever brought them, they've done that before. So I let them
Oh,
do
right.
that.
But, you know, though, the patient, I think, feels so good that sometimes with you being a volunteer or whomever's there and you sit and just talk to them and listen to them. because sometimes the caregivers or the driver, whatever the situation may be, sometimes they might like just to sit there and enjoy just a moment. And when you're interacting with them.
I absolutely, and y'all excuse me if I talk too much to you. I try to listen more, and I really enjoy listening to so many of these people tell about where they're from,
right?
And you know what they did.
Yeah, I love to hear those stories, like the volunteers and stuff. I love to hear them tell me stories about from things they've done and stuff like that. It's very interesting.
But then in the other areas where I was going to go with this, the other areas that they volunteer, the cancer center, they have their people that does, you know,
right,
their duty, I guess. Maybe it's driving the golf cart to take supplies, pick up supplies, and that type of thing. But so even where Mike Carlisle and whoever is at the front desk, that's to me, that's probably Mr. Lawrence Allen. That's one of the most popular places to go in.
Because you're the first face they see for Russell Medical. And if you're at that desk and you greet them with a smile and talk to them, I got to enjoy sitting at the front desk yesterday. I hate that my volunteer didn't feel well, but, you know, and I just enjoyed it because I got to meet them and greet them and talk to them. And, I love to talk. And so I got to see people I hadn't seen before in a while, and it was nice.
I think about people that have moved in here from different states.
Yes.
And they wherever they lived, they were involved, and maybe they volunteered at a hospital wherever they lived.
Right.
They want to do the same thing here. So all you got to do is get in touch with Melissa. It's real easy. In 4 hours a week, most time people that, especially if you're retired, you're looking for something to do.
Absolutely.
You're bored at
I've
the
got
house.
one lady, she's so funny. I said, I might need you some extras since we're doing a little more with the surgery waiting area. And she said, oh, you just call me anytime. But I can't call from my office phone because it shows spam. Potential spam,
Really?
yes. Because it's just so many different lines.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of people don't answer it because I'm bad to do that. So now I call her from my cell.
Y'all got a big sale coming up at the gift center.
Yeah.
It's coming up next weekend. Is that the one right here you're talking about?
Oh, no. This is for the auxiliary. This is our $5 show.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, it'll be April 2nd and 3rd.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
And on the 2nd, it'll be 7 to 5. And then on the 3rd, it is from 7 to 3:30. Or 3. 7 to 3, I'm sorry. And that gives us time to get everything calculated out and help him get his stuff moved out.
And let folks know where that money goes, because that's a fundraiser for the auxiliary.
Yes, it's a fundraiser, and of course we're a nonprofit, but we put that towards our scholarships, and we also do different things in the hospital, like a project that goes towards helping with those as well. And then we have this event twice a year, and then we have our Tree of Lights also that we do to raise money. So.
At the gift shop, I'm gonna go to the gift shop, and then I'm gonna go to the coffee shop, which are right side by side.
Okay.
The gift shop, is that volunteer only there?
No, that is actually by the hospital.
Okay.
Owned by the hospital.
Okay.
And then Allison is our manager, and Tammy's actually the director of it and the coffee shop. But we do have volunteers in the gift shop.
Okay,
and
that's what I was.
Would not go anywhere else. They love being in there. They love volunteering, and Brenda Dean's there this morning.
Yeah.
That's her day. But they do a great job, and Allison's excited that she has them. So.
How about the coffee shop? It's not volunteer there either?
No. Every once in a while, we'll have a volunteer that might help out over there if we're kind of short, maybe help them wash the dishes or something. But I'm going to tell you, I filled in over there a time or two. I can't make those drinks. I'll wash the dishes, I'll take your money, and I can give you a black coffee. That's all I can do.
What more could you ask out of a lady? Thanks for what you do. And
well, thank
again,
you for
to all you volunteers, thank you for what you do. And if you're wanting to be a volunteer, 256-329-7717 or the
7177.
What did I say? 7177. Yeah, or the email.
Yes, Edwards@russellmedcenter.com.
Y'all sign up today.
We would love to have you. You'd be great.
We'll be right back. Coons Corner Deli. Breakfast is going out there right now, but for lunch today, they always have fried catfish fillets on Fridays, or pork barbecue, chicken tenders, loaded potatoes, broccoli cheese and rice, green beans, fried okra, corn nuggets, and peach cobbler. And also, Jennifer is doing this day. They're going to have a half-grilled chickens for $6 on a plate with bread and 2 sides for $11. So take advantage of that at Coons Corner Deli.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
And obituaries are brought to you by our friends at Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Memorial service for Mrs. Melissa Jane Mann Peppers, 73 of Kelton, will be tomorrow at 2 at the chapel of Radney Funeral Home. The family will see friends tomorrow from 1 to 2 at Radney Funeral Home, and Radney Funeral Home is in charge of that service. To the Peppers family and to other families that have lost loved ones, my heart goes out to each and every one of you. To the men and women that are fighting for our freedom, God bless you, and God bless the USA, and we will be right back.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City.
What if you could find natural gas appliances, contractors, rebates, and financing all in one place? NaturalGasConnection.com, your one-stop shop for all your natural gas needs. Natural Gas Connection, we'll hook you up.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times, and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But with the Zaxby's Sauce Boss box, he's dunking all over these fools.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor and the sheriff.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
A new year means new challenges for your land needs, and now is the best time to gear up at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 in Alexander City. Right now through spring, Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor has to clear all Mahindra 2024 and 2025 inventory with terms up to 84 months. We also have all implements to harvest and tame any land job. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoors also has a huge selection of Spartan zero-turn mowers with 0 down and 0% interest up to 60 months on select models. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280, Alexander City.
Anthony's Plumbing. My buddy Anthony Waldrop's been in this for a long time. And so many people know Anthony through when he worked at the city. Of course, he's retired. He's not retired. He's still doing something that he loves, and that's helping you. That's helping you with your situation, your plumbing situation, with your sewage situation. His number is 256-596-1111. Let me repeat that. 256-596-1111, and he is licensed and insured. Very important. Come on back in and join us with my buddy, and I say my buddy, my friend Jeremy Knowles, attorney with Morris Haynes. And we're talking about, when I say Morris and Haynes, the girls get on to me. It's Morris Haynes.
Yeah, we forgive you. If that's the worst thing you call us, we'll be all right.
Tell me what you've been doing lately.
Well, you know.
Do you have a case? I'm sorry. Do you have a case that you're working on that you can even discuss right now?
Well, I always got cases going on.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a good first of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've been blessed. We've settled a little over $2 million so far this year, and the year's just getting started. But you know how it is. That's a lot of times what settles is what you started working on 2 or 3 years ago.
I was just going to say that.
Just the way it goes.
Yep.
It's just the way it goes, and so you gotta reap and you gotta sow into everything. There's a season. So we've been blessed so far this year, but yeah, we're always looking for one more case.
Jeremy, do you have to be a patient person in doing that? I mean, you know.
Hope not.
I mean.
Hope not.
I mean, because you deal with a lot of children in cases that's just heartbreaking. Yeah. Not a car wreck, not a huge truck wreck that y'all also deal with, but you deal with lives, little lives. That's got to be heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking, and it is. It probably does require patience. It's something that I need to work on all the time. I take it a little bit too personally, probably.
That's okay.
Yeah, but
that's what I really admire you, the way you do take it personal. I've seen you, but you know, I've seen your heart work out here, and that's what you got to put. If you didn't have a heart, you couldn't be helping those folks, those young folks. I mean that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard because you know we're doing a case at a time, maybe 5 or 6 cases at a time. But the system it's a systemic problem, Kenny. You know, the problem is a systemic problem because we don't provide enough resources. We don't care enough as a society and as a state. We don't care enough. Alabama is dead last in mental health, access to mental health care. Dead last. Now, if this was a football team, we'd all be mad about it.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't gonna have that. Yeah. So you know, it's about priorities, and so that becomes discouraging.
Dead
really,
last.
Really, the dead last.
I've never heard that.
Kids' access to mental health, we're dead last. We're 51st, actually. Behind, you know, there's 50 states in Washington D.C. We're 51st. How do we accept that?
Yeah. How do you correct that?
You start in Montgomery.
I know, but I know people have fought for it and they ain't getting anywhere.
I know. I've been down there too. There's too much. Again, you know, I won't get too far off.
I know, but that's okay.
But there's too much money in it. You know, these abused kids don't have a lobby. There's nobody down there, you know, with a bunch of money, you know, going and taking senators out to dinner and taking representatives out to dinner. I mean, at the end of the day, nobody's in favor of child abuse. You know what I mean? I've never met anybody say, you know, that's a good thing.
I'm with you.
That's a good thing.
I'm with you.
So nobody's in favor of it, but it's just not high enough on our priorities. And if you want to know where our state's priorities are, if you want to know where our family's priorities are, look at where they spend their money. Look at where they spend their money.
Yeah.
And so you know, I love sports. You know I do. We talk about them all the time.
Yeah.
we spend all the money in the world on our sports,
right.
and we
don't think anything about it.
We don't think anything about it. And so, So one thing we try to do, we get these cases, and WVTM had me on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
WBRC did.
Right.
Is it's not about look at us, look at us, look at
I
what
know
we're
it's
doing.
not.
It's not
I know
about
it's not.
that at all.
I know that.
Because we're blessed and we don't need that kind of publicity to make the kind of living that we make. But we do. These kids do need that exposure. They need that light to be turned on. We need to shine the light on that darkness of child abuse, and then maybe people will say, wait a minute. If we got to look at it, if we've got to face it, if we've got to know about it, then maybe we'll do something about it. We'll demand some changes from our elected leaders.
But I think about those children that you're dealing with. Hopefully, what you're doing for them right now, they're gonna grow up and have a life.
No, man, you want to talk about making me cry now? Yeah.
So do you run into that sometimes that they don't make it to adulthood?
Oh yeah. But I up until about 3 weeks ago, what I'm about to tell you was the truth.
Okay.
I probably talked to over 150 kids that've been in these residential homes and so forth.
What age are you talking about?
Anywhere from, they go in anywhere from 8 to 18.
Okay.
But most of the times I'm talking to them, they're teenagers or maybe recently become adults. Up until about 3 weeks ago, what I'm about to say is true. I had never talked to one that had a high school diploma. Never talked to one. We're failing these kids. We're abandoning these kids. I talked to one a few weeks ago. So one. I talked to one, and he's a kid that I'd represented, and he's doing so good. He's working, but he's going to school. He's going to be a nurse.
Wow.
And he is so grateful.
But he came up in
which makes me so humble. But he came up in one of those homes, and he suffered some abuse in one of those homes, and was able to, to help him financially. Able to help him, which is great, but again, this is a systemic problem. We should not allow these kids to be. They may have some behavioral issues. They may be autistic, whatever the case may be. We put them in these homes, and then we'll check up on them 6-7 years later when they graduate. They don't have a high school education. They haven't been educated. A lot of them have learned how to be dishonest, because it's a little bit akin to a child's prison sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
And so we're just failing them, man. It's a generation of kids that we're failing. So, I guess get back to your original question. It takes some patience. It does.
But for that individual that's graduating to become a nurse, that's the minority, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Up until 3 weeks ago, he's the only one I had ever talked to. I mean, I had never talked to one up until him who even had a high school diploma.
But what did he do different to be where he was?
Kenny, if I knew that, I'd probably be the happiest and richest man on the planet.
Wow.
I don't exactly know.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it depends on how long they're there. Fortunately for him, it wasn't a period of 6 or 7 years that he was in these homes. He had a year and a half time period where he was there. What happened to him was really bad, so they got him out of that home, and then we was able to help him from there. But Kenny, I got kids that, and I tell you, I don't want to cry about this, but I got kids that'll text me when they're, that I've represented. That, hey, I'm in Colorado. I just wanted to show you these photographs, and then I'll say, hey man, I've been over in Italy. Can I send you some, and we'll talk like that, and so. It's very rewarding.
They're part of your family.
They're part of your family.
You have children.
Yeah.
You have children of your own.
Right.
But these become probably it's close, or maybe even closer, because
they're
of
very
what
close.
you've seen
very
how
close
they live.
because a lot of them didn't have the blessings that maybe me and you did, or maybe my kids did. They didn't have that, and so it's very rewarding. Very rewarding, but it's tough. I mean, because there's a system. The law is a system. You know that. You got to go through this system, and so often in these types of cases, you got, he said, she said, or she said, he said. Sometimes, I mean, we've got some videos in some of our cases that helps, but sometimes you don't have that, so it becomes difficult to prove sometimes, but. It's just important that as a society, what I want to say, I guess, is, and I didn't know we was going to talk about this. Me and you don't ever have an agenda. We don't ever have an agenda. Where's my notes?
I don't want one. I don't want one.
But let's as a community, as a body of believers, let's all just come together and demand more for our kids.
Yeah.
Demand that our system, hires more, trains and hires better workers and has oversight, and we go in there and we check behind them and make sure they're getting what we need them to get.
You have a family and those girls. Do you have any sons?
I got a son who lives out in Seattle.
In Seattle? Yeah. What in the world is he doing in Seattle?
All my kids decided they're going to get as far away from me as they can. As you know, I got one in London. I got one in Oslo, Norway. I got one down in Tampa, Florida. And then Ava came back. You know, she had gone in New York and then North Carolina and Mississippi, and she came home. And Gordon, my son, he's out in Seattle. He does a lot of computer programming stuff. He's been doing that.
Why Seattle? Could he get any further away from you than?
No. Well, his job. Honestly, he can live wherever he wants to. He lived in San Diego for a while. He lived in Utah for a while. And he went up to Seattle while his wife was in school at University of Washington. And then from there, they actually moved back to Birmingham for a while. But they just really love Seattle. And if you've ever been, it's beautiful.
I haven't.
You should go. You should go. Beautiful place.
I was hoping to go to Alaska with my grandson and my great-grandson, but that's a long way. In Seattle, that's a long way, too. We'll be right back. Well, the Lake Martin, Dadeville area Chamber of Commerce, the weekends here. You know what? I keep telling you about their new office in downtown Dadeville, right next to the courthouse. When I say it's an open door policy, they want to show you this. If you want to have a meeting there, if you want to have a meeting with them there, you're going to feel really good about it. And you're going to feel good about being a member of the Lake Martin, Dadeville area Chamber of Commerce. Get in touch with them today.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
The best lakefront properties don't happen by accident. They're designed, crafted, and built to perfection. Trusted for over 35 years, Lakescape creates breathtaking waterfront retreats built to impress and made to last a lifetime. From your mailbox to the end of your dock, we are the single source answer to design, build, and maintain your dream lakescape. It all starts at lakescape.com.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Senza Green and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Medicare for Veterans, MedicareSalute.com. Medicare for Veterans, helping to maximize your VA, CHAMP VA, and TRICARE benefits. Call 256-675-5315 today. Ask for Amber Walker. Ask about Medicare, life, health, dental, and final expenses. Do that today. Call 256-675-5315.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
It's going to be 74 degrees today. We do have some rain coming in, about a 40% chance of rain, which will increase tonight to about a 70% chance of rain, a low of 61. They're going into the weekend, the last weekend, just about of February, 71 and 38 tomorrow, about a 70% chance of rain. Then, that's when it's going to change again. You knew it would. Sunday, 51 and 28 sunny. Monday's even going to be cooler, 44 for a high, 23 for a low, 53 and 32 on Tuesday, 67 and 53 on Wednesday. So after tomorrow, the rain is going to be moving out of here, cooling off. Average 5-day forecast brought to you by Top Gun Pest Control, Highway 280 in Alexander City. Attorney Jeremy Knowles out here with us with Morris Haynes. We were just talking about mediation. And I've talked to other lawyers, attorneys, and that's, tell folks what that is, because a lot of times that's just something we hear on TV.
Yeah, mediation is a fancy word for a settlement conference.
Okay.
That's what that is. Yeah.
All right.
A mediation is, and it really, I started practicing 28 years ago, and that's about the time that it started becoming popular.
Why?
Because the court systems are so overloaded.
Oh, okay.
And again, that goes back to money.
Yep.
It really does, Kenny. We've stopped funding our court system. There's supposed to be 3 equal branches of government. 3. But the legislature's supposed to fund the judicial branch, and they don't, as like we think they should. So there's not enough money, so you don't have as many court weeks. So, for example, in Alex City, if you've got a civil case, you've got 2 weeks out of the year that you can try your case.
Wow.
Well, if there's 50 cases, how's that going to work?
It ain't.
So it's not going to work.
Yeah.
That math ain't math, is it, brother? So the court systems started coming up with ways of resolving these cases, and the old-fashioned way of lawyers talking and settling cases, that still is in play. But they thought if we had a systematic way to require, or even sometimes judges do order it, but if not, encourage the parties to come together. For example, I do a few mediations now. I've been doing them for about a year and a half. Really enjoy doing them. So the parties will come to my office, and I'll put one party in one room, and I'll put the others in the other hall down this way, and I'll go back and forth and talk to them. And I'll start with this side, and I'll talk to them about their case, and I'll try to give them some objective ideas and so forth. And then they'll say, we want to settle this case for $100,000. And I say, okay. So then I'll go to this side, and I'll talk to them for a while, and I'll say, hey, they offering $100,000, and they say, well, we'll offer $5,000. So then I'll go back down here. I say, okay, they're going to offer 5. And it's a little bit of a ping pong match, and it's to try to get people to come together and resolve their disputes. Now, if you're talking about, and that's what I do, I mediate civil cases, because that's what I've done for 28 years is civil cases. But Tom Young in our office does a lot of domestic relations, and there you're doing a lot more of
family, going back and forth to families?
A lot more, yeah, and you're resolving, it's a lot more than what's my case worth. A lot of times it's, the weekend visitation, or when we're going to pick up the kids, or so whatever the case may be, or dividing up property that's been in the family a long time. So you talk about having to have some patience. He's got to have some patience to do that. But you have to have a special certification to do domestic relations mediations. I don't. I'm certified to do the civil mediation. So if there's car wrecks, trip and falls, abuse cases, that kind of thing, they'll come to me, and I can go back and forth and try to get this party to accept less, and try to get this party to pay more, and you just try to pull them together to get to the point where they'll agree.
Jeremy, you're talking about money, but when I say money, a family that's maybe there was some money left here, all of a sudden that used to be a close family, that money can change them, can't it? In a heartbeat. You've seen it whole. I've just seen it just
common. And I don't know. I've thought about that a lot because I've seen the way that does, and we've all seen the way that does. Whether there's a case involved or not, someone passes and there's some money there, and I think it comes down to expectations a lot. I don't think at the root of it all is sometimes it's greed. I get that, but I think sometimes it's just, Daddy wanted me to have that. I know he did. And the other kid or heir may think, no.
All of a sudden, I wanted
mine. That was mine. We talked about that. And there's just the expectations are just not there. And so I guess we're bleeding off over into have a will, have things designated so there's no miscommunication. I mean, I know for an absolute fact there's some things when my granddaddy passed, I think he wanted me to have them. I know my uncle said, no, that was mine. He wanted me to have them. He was right, and I'm right. So both of those things can be right at the same time. So I don't do, or we don't do a lot of wills and stuff at our office, but I've seen it. I've seen the money really divide families. And I think it's just because of expectations. And I think there's a grief there. They're grieving, and they want to hold on to certain things. It's very complicated. Grief is a complicated thing, man. You've seen it in we all have.
I remember after my mom and dad both had passed, and we were, dividing up stuff, and there was one. My dad's dad had his name was Obie Lee Dean, and he had a dairy where he sold milk, and there was an O.L. Dean glass bottle. That's the only thing I wanted. That's what I got. Did it have any money value to it? No. But it was just a lot of that sentimental. I mean, that's a big value. If you can put that sentimental value instead of that money value, you wouldn't have many.
I know.
Mediations.
Meditations. Meditations and mediations. Yeah. But again, when you're talking about things like that, you're dividing up, property and so forth. A lot of times, again, there's so many feelings that are involved.
Yeah.
How many times do we see where some heir says, you know what, I took care of mama or daddy. I did all that. I did that.
I deserve this.
And I deserve this. And I don't know that it boils down to money necessarily. It's recognition.
Yeah.
I want my brothers, my sisters, whoever that maybe didn't, in my mind, do what I did to say, God, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
God, we appreciate you. And isn't that a lesson we can all live by? Sit down, look somebody in the eye and say, I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate what you've done for me. That solves a lot of these problems.
But how many words was that? Just a few. It's a handful of words. Yeah. It's what I say, I think every day when we're out and about, when you see people, say hello to them. You ain't got to know them. I mean, but say hello to them, smile. That whole smile works on everybody.
Do we have just a minute? I tell you.
Sure, please do.
I got a daughter that's over in Oslo, Norway. I've told you about that. We were talking up there. She's over there studying part of a scholarship program. But she's told me the last couple of weeks she really misses how at a store or at a restaurant people will talk to you. They don't know you, but they just wanting to pass the time. And she's about like me. She loves to talk. And she's missed that. She has genuinely missed that.
They don't have it there.
They do not. Norway people are very friendly, but they just don't talk. I mean, if you go up and specifically ask them to help you, they'll help you. But like they'll sit on the bus right beside you and they'll look straight ahead and what are we gonna do? Hey, how you doing? Where you headed today? Where you going? It's cold out there. They just don't do that. They just don't do that.
I ain't going to Norway then.
They're very, very friendly and helpful. I spent 2 weeks over there, as you know. Most beautiful place I'd ever been. I hadn't been to a lot of places, but it's a beautiful, beautiful country. But that's just their culture is just a little different about that. They're just not the small talk. They're just not, involved in the small talk as much. And so my daughter really misses. She really misses that.
Yeah.
She really misses that. She sits down on the bus and she's used to striking up a conversation with somebody, or on a plane. She does that on planes and stuff. But they don't. They just like to mind their own business.
But they're friendly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very friendly and very helpful. Very nice, kind people. No crime. No stealing. Nobody hurting each other over there. But they're not as talkative, small talk like we are.
Yeah, I wouldn't work out good over there. Thank you for coming out here. But most of all, thank you for what you and Morris Haynes and everybody does for so many for so many folks. My friend, thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Always a pleasure.
And go Dodgers.
Yes, sir. Go Dodgers.
We'll be right back. Doc's Cafe, man, I got a menu right here. So the last one for this week, because it's Friday. Today is beef hand pies or turkey pot roast. Scalloped potatoes, buttered carrots, squash casserole, collard greens, and they will have no soup for today. But they'll always have, sometimes they get a little special going on at Doc's Cafe at Russell Medical.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
S&S Tire is the #1 tire and service dealer in the entire Lake Martin region for reasons. First, S&S works on all makes and models, including imports, and our advanced trained ASE Master Tech can pinpoint and correct problems before they happen. S&S Tire sells by volume, and that allows us to demand the best price on all major brands, including Michelin, Goodyear, and Toyo. Most importantly, S&S Tire and Auto lives, works, worships, and interacts in our home community. S&S Tire, #1 for many reasons, but most importantly, #1 for your satisfaction.
Hello, this is Scotty Gordon at Cornerstone Insurance. Are you tired of paying too much for your home and auto insurance? If so, give us the opportunity to help you. At Cornerstone, we have 3 goals for all of our clients: asset protection, affordable pricing, and superior customer service. Come by and give us a call today to see what we can save you. 153 Alabama Street, 256-409-2299.
And it seemed like it was just yesterday he sat down, and I didn't even really know how to pronounce his name. I knew Casey. I had that down pretty well, but the cash check, that's the one I had to work on, and I still don't have it right. My buddy, Alex City Parks and Rec, that we go say goodbye to, or so long. Not goodbye to, just so long. Casey Cash Check was that.
KD, good to see you,
Thank
buddy.
you, my friend.
Thanks for having me on here before my last day. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thanks, bud.
I mean, I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Thank
and we
you.
hate to see you go.
Yeah.
But opportunity.
Opportunity.
You're a young person. You and your lovely wife. It's going to stay on at Auburn, and then I'll catch up with you.
Yeah.
Fixing to go to Columbus,
Ohio. Yes, sir.
Go Buckeyes.
Go. No, I don't know about that. We'll see. It's going to be crazy to be in a city where the football team's good for a change. That's going to be crazy. But yeah,
I ain't touching that one.
Yeah. So it just kind of came out of the blue, and had a couple interviews online, and then went up there and fell in love with the city. And it's your typical Midwest city, but it's clean. There's a ton of parks. They've got a lot going on. It has CAPRA certification, which is in the parks. So in the Parks and Recreation world, a CAPRA certification, like only 2% of municipalities in the country have that type of certification. It's essentially like the diamond level standard for municipal parks and recreation.
Wow.
Yeah. So the director herself is actually from Atlanta. She was the parks director in Huntsville, and they called her back to Columbus. And she said, I never look back. So, and she's a Southern girl, so I said, well, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So, I'll be an assistant director there. It'll be over sports and aquatics. But, it's not just...
The aquatics is something we don't have here.
Well, yeah, pool maintenance, we have the open swim stuff, but, they do competitive swimming and adaptive aquatics. And they just have, their budget's $80 million just for parks. So
Yowza.
they have opportunity to do more. So, it was a unique opportunity that I know wasn't going to come around probably again for me. And as much as I love this city, we're really happy with what we've done here. But I feel like...
We are too.
Yeah, thank you. And I feel like we've kind of set Alex City and the Parks Department essentially in the right direction. And that's what I'm most proud of. And it was a tough decision. I had to do some soul searching, but at the end of the day, Sarah Grace and I decided it was best for us. So.
Let me tell you, you and Sarah Grace don't have any children.
Correct.
Right now. And I think that's the time to move is right now.
Yeah.
You're still young.
Yeah.
And children are great. I'm not saying that at all, but when you don't have children and you're still a young person, you gotta throw those wings out there and fly.
Yeah, you do. It's
opportunity don't come around every day.
Exactly, and there's just such a different way. There's different ways of doing things in the world, and I've always been in this East Alabama corridor, whether it was Phoenix City or Auburn or Alex City, and just getting out there and see how other people do things, and then who knows, maybe one day bring that back. Who knows?
Well, and you don't know. You will get up there for a month, 6 months, a year, and y'all say, this is not for us. But
it's possible, yeah.
You know what? You tried it.
Yeah.
No regrets.
Exactly.
You don't look back.
I can say I did it. I learned from it, and then who knows what the future will bring.
But you never know what door's going to open.
Exactly.
Either, man. That's what you just said. That man said you just never know. That's why you gotta build. I mean, you're building on what you've already done, but you're going to the big city.
Yep, big city.
And you'll learn a lot. And then if you do decide to move to a smaller town, wherever it is, you've got that with you.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the whole goal behind it. Like, just let's get out there, spread our wings, and let's see how other people do it. Let's take it somewhere else. So, we went 2 weeks ago because this sounds crazy at 36 years old, but we were trying to find a rental property because we're going to rent close to downtown for a year and then try to buy. They have this big circle that it's kind of like Atlanta, how 285 circles Atlanta. They have the same thing in Columbus, and after a year, we're going to try to move outside the circle and Dublin, North Arlington, those areas. So. I was surprised at how much I love the city.
Is it a college town?
It's crazy because the college is gigantic.
Yeah.
Ohio State's huge. Like you walk around Auburn, you go, this is big, and then you go up there and you're like, this is actually big.
Really?
And
it's the shoe.
Yeah, the shoe. Yeah, which is huge, by the way. And it's really crazy how the city's kind of sectioned off. Like there is the north part where the university is, but like there's really charming villages and these old houses that have been there forever since it was first started to be a city. So we found a place in just south of the German Village, which is a really nice part of the downtown area. And so we were doing the rent application, which sounded so weird. And I was like, I can't believe at 36 years old I'm going from owning my house to renting again. But you gotta make that transition, and we'll be okay.
Did you know Ed Clarey when he was here? He was the president of the chamber here. Does that name?
I know the name. Yeah.
He was a big Ohio State.
Really?
He went there.
Really?
So he's at Auburn now. He works with the University of Auburn.
Okay.
But big Buckeye.
That's good.
Fan. You don't run into those every day.
No, you don't.
Not around here.
People are asking me like, "You gonna trade your Auburn stuff in for Ohio State stuff?" I was like, "No, I don't think I will."
Has Auburn ever played Ohio State?
Good question. I don't think so.
It doesn't come.
If they have, it's been a long time ago.
Yeah, it doesn't come to mind.
Yeah, but it's we had our last direct report meeting yesterday with the mayor, and the mayor's in the process of finding my replacement, and there's already a pretty good candidate that's already in my department, which I think people will probably know who I'm talking about. But this is the mayor's decision, and he's going to be wholly responsible for who that person is, and I totally respect his ability to make a decision. So we'll see.
Where the Alex City Parks and Rec is now, I'm over there a good bit because my new walk, and you hear me say this all the time, probably too much, but I love to go to the gym, park, and go around that boundary, that little thing you're not supposed to go walk back to the high school.
Yep.
But it's got sidewalk.
It does.
And it's really nice back there. But to tie all that in, I know Maggie and Nick and the kids last weekend was a nice weekend. They had a nice long weekend. They went to Imagination Station, had a picnic, and now you got that road right next that goes right back to the high school. It all ties in, all the ball fields. I was just up there this week with a tryouts. Huge turnout for 5 and 6 year olds. Huge turnout. So, and it's fixing to be wide open again. But I've looked at what y'all have done to, and this happened when you were in there paving the visitors or pay whether you can park up there next to the ball field. But then y'all have worked around it to make it neater and safer too. And
it's
a work in progress.
It is, and it's you always try to do something that's going to make make something better. So we really, Brian and I identified pretty quickly that our restrooms, number one, were ADA compliant, and they were well behind their useful length. So we've redone so many sets of bathrooms: the Imagination Station, the splash pad, the boat ramp. We've redone the cabin, remodeled the there's just so many things that we've done that those small changes start to add up to big changes. And, you try to work within your budget constraints. And, we've also been pretty creative when it comes to bringing in revenue. The Carnival's coming back this year again. That's a big revenue source for us. We wouldn't have been able to get the
James Gang.
James Gang, yes, sir. So, we would have been able to do the ice rink at Christmas time if we didn't have that type of support. And, of course, the Imagination Station was, people in the city essentially paid for that. And it's so great. Like Monday was a holiday for the kids, and from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. when I left, there was 40 cars out there at one point. So kids are using it. People are loving it. We're still proud of 6th Street. We're so proud of the Imagination Station. We're so proud of these incremental changes we've made, and some that most people can't even see.
But going back to walking the Sportplex where the sidewalk is, y'all have gone in to the area where it was kind of muddy and put sidewalks in there within. That goes up to the ball field, but went inside there. So
and make that whole area more conducive to walkers. We have a ton of walkers. There's a bunch of folks that are walking. So.
A lot of people like taking a picnic out there.
They do.
They take advantage of it.
And people will come out there. It's amazing how many people come out for their lunch break. Just sit at the picnic tables and just enjoy nature for a little bit.
The quiet time.
The quiet's nice.
One thing I've noticed that with the speed bumps y'all got out there. And you need them.
Yes.
And one thing I would think in time, and I don't know, but where the high school is, going back to the high school, that's a pretty nice paved road.
It is.
And they're going to need some speed bumps on that, because I'm walking. They don't mind kind of getting up to speed. There ain't a drag strip out there.
Someone, which they're totally right about, if we're going to have those speed bumps, they need to be visible.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, when people don't see them at night or whatever, when you're sitting out there and they hit them once, guess what? They don't hit them again.
Yeah, you're right.
Because those speed bumps they'll rock you.
The junior college has done a good job of putting speed bumps out there, and they did it for safety reasons.
Yeah.
People were driving too fast. They had them on camera driving too fast. No, I wasn't doing that. Let me show you.
Right.
You were. Yeah. You were doing that.
Yeah, like I said, we of course we want people to see because we don't want to damage the cars.
Sure,
which, all that stuff. But I also don't want you speeding because we have the trailblazers out there, and those kids are crossing the road when it's warm outside, going to the imagination station. I mean, and we if we see someone coming down the road like speeding, someone out there is going to be like, hey, yell, slow down, and it looks like we're crazy, but we're standing by it.
Yeah.
So.
Just be safe. That's it.
safe.
We try and take care of the little ones around here. We'll be right back. The Mitchell House. Well, we had Vivian Autry out here yesterday. Boy, you talking about things going on. This weekend at the Mitchell House, Sunday afternoon from 1 to 3, the event expo, wedding event expo. It's a happening. You can get in for $10 over there. So if you're planning especially a wedding this year, make sure you put that on your things to do. That way you can see what the Mitchell House is all about. You can see it firsthand in Dadeville.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
For all your camping needs, you need to head to Camping World in Salem. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, Class C, small trailers. Camping World in Salem has them. If you're looking for RV accessories, you need to head to Camping World in Salem. Hitch and tow, RV essentials, RV lifestyle, RV interior. Whatever you need for your RV, Camping World in Salem has you covered. 3141 Lee Road 179, just off Highway 280 in Salem under the giant American flag.
Brown Nursing Home on Washington Street in Alexander City is a 68-bed facility. Therapies offered are physical, occupational, speech, IV, and wound healing. Very important to know, Brown Nursing Home accepts most insurances. Catherine Sykes is the RN Director of Nursing, Dr. Timothy Corbin is the Medical Director, and Dylan Beagles is the Administrator, and one fine staff that'll take care of you. It's all about you at Brown Nursing Home. 256-329-9061.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Benton, clearing, and grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton Clearing and Grading.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827. 27.
Playhouse Cinema coming up this weekend, starting tomorrow night. Wuthering Heights. Now, that's a remake of an oldie. I Can Only Imagine 2. And then Goat. That ought to be a good one. Like a cartoon. So that's going to be good for the children and you too. Now playing at Playhouse Cinema, Cherokee Road, Alexander City. Come back in here and join us as we're talking to my buddy right here, Casey Kaschak, about moving to Columbus, Ohio, which you will start
March the 9th.
March 9th.
March 9th.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
You'll get out here before baseball season gets started.
And then walk into a different baseball season, but yeah.
Has their season already started up there?
I think they're doing registration now, but they'll probably start next month as well.
Okay. Would there be any, you mentioned the water, would there be anything else that you'll be in charge of or doing there that you didn't do here?
No, it's just scale.
Bigger.
It's scale.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just baseball, softball, basketball, you know, they have like ice hockey, badminton, adaptive sports.
What's adaptive sports?
Adaptive sports for individual mobility impairments, like
Really?
Wheelchair basketball, stuff like that. They have their own leagues for that,
Wow.
adult sports. So it's what we do here, but on a much grander scale. You know, people don't realize that Columbus has almost 1 million people.
Wow.
It's gigantic.
How about the weather? What kind of weather?
When you bring that up. So, yeah, we went, I think I told you this in the break, but we went up 3 weeks ago to find a rental property, and that big snow had just come through, and it hadn't got above freezing, so that snow was still on the ground. So we land at the airport, and I get Sarah Grace out, and Sarah Grace was looking around. She's like, I don't know about this, because there's still 2 foot of ground, or 2 foot of snow, and then we got in Thursday night, and then overnight it snowed 6 more inches.
Wow.
So the next morning I opened up the blinds, and I saw these cars slipping on the road, and I was like, no, we got to drive in that today.
Yeah.
And
how was that?
It was fine. We waited. We didn't have a showing until like noon. So by the time we got out there, they pretty much had it cleaned up. But everybody we talked to that whole weekend was like, "It's not always like this. It's not always like this."
Yeah.
We were like, "Well, good. I hope not." But
they do get a lot of snow.
Oh, they do. Yeah. They do. Yeah, and they get a little bit of the lake effect snow. But you know, my family's from. I think I've told you this. My family's from West Pennsylvania. I spent a lot of my childhood up there. The snow just doesn't really bother me like it used to.
Yeah.
You know, and the people up there, they're just so used to it that it doesn't really matter to them.
It's not like us when we get it. We just, seeing flakes. You see a flake, we start, go get bread and milk.
If I wish I would, I have pictures, but like I told Sarah Grace, I was like, if they had this much snow in Alabama, we'd be shut down for months.
Yeah.
We're
not ready.
We're not built for it.
We're not built for it, and we don't have the equipment.
No, and we were out on the interstate and on the local roads too, and I mean every road there was probably 30 different snow plows and guys putting salt down. Like it was just another work day for them. I mean, it was whatever.
Brian Riddle has been out with you for y'all develop a nice relationship over there.
We have, yeah, we're buddies. Yeah.
You're not just
now
workers.
he was out here last week.
You could call it that way.
So you're just letting anybody on TV? Is that what we're doing now?
We have security. He came right through security.
Yeah, he's sneaky like that. He probably snuck in the back door if I had to guess. No, I
keep them on your prayer list.
Please, yeah. And KD asked me to break, but since Brian was out here, I will share. There has been some new news since then, and I won't share too much because that's the family's business, not mine. But what he has shared with us is that they did do the bone marrow transplant last Thursday for Camden and Carson, and things are progressing well as far as we can tell at this point. And when I say we, I mean, again, the family.
Yeah.
And some small victories that we've been told. Sunday morning, Camden was up playing with his VR headset, which out of the bed is good. And then Brian told us yesterday that his appetite's been real all over the place. But yesterday he ate an entire chicken sandwich with bacon and cheese.
Wow.
So
the little things.
The little things.
Yeah.
Keep the Riddle family in your prayers. Brian's back at work this week. Amanda's still up there, and they're going to trade off going up to Birmingham. But Camden's a fighter, and he's got a great family. He's got a great support system behind him.
Right.
We can't. We think about him all the time. So, and we think about Brian all the time because this has been a lot. And I told you in the break some other things have been going on, and that would break most people. Most people probably wouldn't be able to recover from that. But Brian Riddle has done a good job recovering from that, and of course his entire family. So.
The relationships, and we talk about this all the time out here, Casey. The relationships we build up or have in our life, and it's the same thing with you. What you built here, and with Brian, not just with Brian, but the other, Megan, and the others that you worked with out there, and you'll always have that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was. that was the one thing, because the new title and the new city, all that stuff's great. But like when I really sat down and thought about it, I was like, the connections and the friendships that I've made out here, because the folks out here had absolutely no reason to like me. Brian Real had no reason to like me day one. But day one, he came in my office and sat down, and we started talking. And I don't think that, Brian and I sometimes have a different approach to doing something, but we've always found a compromise and been cordial about it. Like we just run a tight ship. And he didn't have to buy into what I was selling, and he did. But, when I resigned, I've been telling people when they ask, I'm like, Brian and I work so well together because what he's good at, I'm not, and what I'm good at, he's not as good.
Good combination.
And we're a good combo, and we've always worked in tandem as that. So, like I said, folks out here had no reason to buy into what I was selling, and they did. And leaving those friendships was the most difficult part, because I inherited the majority of the people that still work here. No one ran off, no one got chased off, and we got better. Which at the end of the day, I think is it shows their ability to adapt. And I'm not saying I'm the greatest leader of all time, but you get people in the right place and you support them. It's amazing what will happen.
Surround yourself with good people.
Yeah,
and that's what you
and I've had
and y'all have
nothing but. I mean, Matthew Keel at the golf course, Jackson Hatton at the airport, Nikki Thompson at the nutrition center, Herbert Harrell at Cooper. I mean, those folks had no reason to like the K-Dog, and we've all worked really well together.
I disagree with you, because I've liked you since day one. You sat down out here.
I
don't even know how we ran into each other, but it's been a good relationship, a good friendship that we've had over the years. But I say congratulations to the Parks and Rec in Columbus, Ohio, that hired you. I mean, you had to, here again, you had to sell them.
Yeah.
I mean, but they can look back and see what your resume, what you did here in small town USA, and now you go bring it up here. Yeah, that's a big.
It is
deal for them.
Yeah, it is, and I appreciate what they're them taking a risk on me, because little 16,000 person town from rural Alabama is a big switch. Yeah. But I think people. And with the Imagination Station, I think people can see that I have a passion for this. And I think passion is 90% of what you're trying to sell.
I agree with you 100%.
And the Imagination Station, again, I was some nobody from Opelika and came out here and said, hey, I want to do this. And, there's a lot of people initially that were like, well, you shouldn't have tore it down. You shouldn't have tore it down. And so I had to overcome that. And it was amazing the support that we got for that. And then 6th Street, like it's just, this is a unique community.
I think about the Imagination Station. I know nothing about structure, but I had WW had a birthday party out there. Great place to have a birthday party, and I was with a guy there that worked in construction, but he was looking at the equipment out there, and he was just, he knew it. He said, "This is some really good equipment. It's going to be here for a while." So I don't think. Us as a common person like me that knows anything about it, when you hear something about that, and this guy doesn't even live around here, he said, this is some good stuff right here. Somebody did a good job, buying it.
Alex C. deserves the best.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that while I was here, I was able to I came every day, gave it 100%, and I'm proud of where we're leaving it. And before I hear the music, somebody played off, but before I leave, Alex City, thank you guys so much. I've had a blast. It's been a pleasure to represent you, KD. Thank you for always being a steward for Parks Recreation,
always
and advertising our stuff, and I hope that relationship continues. And who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other again someday.
Go Buckeyes. Eula Mays, located downtown Alexander City. Let me tell you something about Eula Mays. If you've not eaten there yet, put it on your things to do today. Put it on your things to do for lunchtime today. It's inside the square. Of course, tonight he'll be open. I'm talking about Gary Tapley, the owner. And if you have, and I've not tried their ribeye or their filet and all the trimmings, but it's to die for. Go check them out today. Eula Mays, inside the square, Calhoun Street, downtown Alex City.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open. Located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area. And they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all. Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get massive savings on our entire lineup of GMC Sierras and the all-new all-electric Sierra EV. Drive home a full-size GMC Sierra with over $14,250 off. Or go electric with up to $10,000 in savings on Sierra EV.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes, including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Wintertime in the South is mild compared to other parts of the country, but we still tend to be less active and spend more time indoors. Show your heart some love this winter by getting it checked out at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool. Payne's Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Dadeville, Alabama, is rocking these days with a great selection of quality rocking chairs and Adirondacks, dining room tables, bedding, sofa sectionals, and even a Cinderella carriage bed frame. Donald Payne has been in the furniture business for decades. It's simple. If you don't see it, say, Donald, can you find it for me? That's Payne's Furniture, downtown Dadeville, Alabama. 256-825-7727 is the number.
Well, that's got me bite my fingernail. Let's talk about the weather right now. I just got this from Jason Moran. The threat of severe weather Friday and Saturday. Large hail and winds up to 60 miles an hour. Now, you got to think about this because all this, the hail and the wind and the rain and all that, it's probably going to happen because we got cold weather coming in here. So something's going to have to give. So just stay tuned to your weather this weekend. And Jason Moran, EMA Director with Tallahassee County, thanks for sending that information to us. Casey Cash.
The last one? Come on, man. Really?
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you for your friendship, the relationship we've had. I look forward to keeping up with you and your lovely wife. Enjoy Columbus, Ohio, and don't forget about us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me here so many times.
Thank you,
buddy.
Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.